Season 5 of Overwatch 2 is around the corner, and with it being around the corner, we have got a lot of news. Changes to already existing heroes that could possibly change the tides of the game. And also other stuff like the new skins. Hey, hello, what's up, whatever, it's your new boy Les. Welcome to a new video, and if you're new, welcome to the channel. There have been a lot of announcements concerning already existing heroes in Overwatch 2. Some are getting buffed, some are getting nerfs, some are getting slight changes. And that's what we're going to be touching on in today's video. First change. Mei will soon receive a buff to her primary fire in Overwatch 2. It will slow enemies, but will now also build up to an effect that will apply a much larger slow for 1.5 seconds. Now, do also note they're changing her damage per second from 100 to 55. What do I think of this change? This is a big change, a CC change at that. If you don't already know, Mei slows when she's using her left click on you. It could be very, very annoying for flankers like Tracer, Genji, even tanks that are just pushing. This is actually affects a lot more people than I thought. Well, if people already don't know, Mei was already pretty good or pretty strong, but people only started to realize it recently. But obviously, you know, I knew forever that she was goated. So I think this change might be a little too overpowered in terms of CC. Her current slow is pretty harsh, I would say, but it was a balanced slow. But now the fact that there's a much larger slower for 1.5 seconds, that could be very, very painful. Like, yeah, the damage reduction is huge. A huge change that could change the tides of a game when people pick Mei, because now you have to figure out how you're going to go against the Mei, not only as flankers, but even tanks as well on the front lines. That slow can be huge. Like, you can start by slowing tank first, and when they're slowed, you put a wall, boom, you continue to bully them with your team, and then boom, they get wrecked. I think it's a change that wasn't needed, and a change that I think is more powerful than we think. On to the next hero. Junkerqueen will receive nerfs in Overwatch 2 Season 5. Commanding Shout self-healing reduced from 200 to 150. Rampage ultimate cost will be slightly increased. Now for Season 4, Junkerqueen got buffed, and she is basically a reliable tank. And I know a lot of people would complain that she is pretty powerful, and I honestly think these nerfs counteract that. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people who play Junkerqueen rely on Commanding Shout just for healing. Like, I don't think they really rely on it for speed, even though the speed buff is kind of cool. I just think it's pretty much a good get out of jail card when it comes to your death. Honestly, I think these nerfs are a good step. It's a little nerf, not too much, because I would say she's on the tip of overpowered, but not really. But yeah, nerf approved. She pressed left shift and got the health of a squishy. That's crazy, kind of. Here's one of the buffs, one of the huge buffs that we've been waiting for forever. We got some details on Lifeweaver's upcoming buffs in Overwatch 2 Season 5. Increased healing and damage output, added heal effect on life grip, quality of life changes to pedal platform, and slightly reduced hitbox. I could sum up all these changes in one word. Wait, not even one word, one letter. W changes, dude. Lifeweaver is a pretty weak support. Yes, he got the buffs that he got when they changed his control scheme, but that was just simply not enough. They were definitely in a good direction, but it wasn't enough. Increased healing and damage output, great. Love that. I just started playing Genji and I'm bullying Lifeweavers in their backlines. Oftentimes when playing Lifeweaver, the best option is not even to fight back a flanker, it's just to run away by using your pedal platform. So the fact that there's an increased damage output is great, considering the bullet velocity of his right click. I hope this damage output is enough so then you can actually defend himself in team fights. Added heal effect on life grip. Now, this is just basically Suzu 2.0. Whoever uses life grip on, they basically have invulnerability. They never got healed in the life grip bubble before, but now they do. But this is a balanced change. It's balanced because you can't spam life grip just like Suzu. Like, life grip is every 20 or 30 seconds, I think. It basically takes a long time to be able to use life grip. If you're using life grip at any time, it's probably once in a team fight. And I think it's also great because oftentimes when you use life grip, you might pull a person out of danger, but then, you know, you get sniped by the Widow. You know, you pull someone that's like really low on health and then they still die because you were in view. They saw the enemy get life grip, so then they just shot him and now he's dead, you know? Quality of life changes to pedal platform. Now, we don't really know what that is. I think quality of life changes may be like you can actually adjust how high the platform can go, and you could maybe adjust it if it's descending or ascending. I think that's actually too much. Let me rethink that. I guess maybe what they'll do is that basically you can make the pedal platform go up and you can make it go down. So like, if you just put down your pedal platform, usually to activate it, someone needs to stand on it. It can be anyone, but somebody needs to stand on it. Now, most of the time when I played Lifeweaver, I'd usually put down a platform for somebody somebody, but then somebody else takes it or just steps over it by accident. So maybe the quality of life changes that they have it, so then the pedal platform could basically go down by pressing like left shift or something. I mean, that's the only thing I can come up with, which is a pretty good quality of life change for the pedal platform. And I think that would even create more plays. Now, slightly reduced hitbox. Let's go. So I saw a short the other day, and basically Lifeweaver has as big of a hitbox as Zarya, a tank. He is a support. That is crazy. I'd even argue that he actually has as big of a hitbox as a Bastion, and Bastion has 300 HP while Lifeweaver has 200 HP. The math is not mathing. So slightly reduced hitbox is good. It just depends where they obviously reduce that hitbox at. If I had to make a prediction, they'll probably make it so that, you know, his like little pedals at the back don't count as a hitbox. But like I said, W buffs. Oh yeah, I like the increased healing too. I'm very interested to see how that'll be implemented though. Otherwise, W buffs. And here's more huge news, or more huge like balance changes. Nerfs to some one-shots are coming to Overwatch 2. Ooh. Widowmaker's damage falloff will be changed so that she can't one-shot 200 health heroes from beyond 50 meters. Hanzo will receive a damage nerf so that he can no longer one-shot 250 health heroes. Now, this is spicy. Since the beginning of the game, or beginning of Overwatch 2 actually, the community has definitely been vocal about how one-shots suck to go up against. The fact that you can be one-shotted from across the map, it sucks. And I can understand that. I've went up against a lot of devious Widowmakers in my time who constantly headshot me regardless of what I do, and my team included, and we basically just can't win the game. Can't win the game because there's one Widowmaker who can delete every single person on my team except the tank, probably. Now with Widowmaker, this is a good change. Ruins is one of the most perfect examples of what I'm about to give. You know when you come out of spawn, there's like the broken ruins, like house kind of thing. It's the perfect Widow spot to basically take you out from spawn. It sucks that she can delete you on point from spawn, you know? And Widowmaker's not built like Hanzo. Widow's hit scans. If she sees your head and she's got her thing charged up just enough, you're gone, buddy. It's quite unfortunate. And a reasonable thing to say is, why don't you contest, you know, the Widow? Why don't you go bully the Widow with Reaper or Lucio or another Widow, or, you know, a good counter to Widow? And here I introduce to you Pocket Mercy. You know what's worse than going up against the Widow who's very devious? The Pocket Mercy. There have been a lot of times where I've gone to go bully a Widow, but then I get one shot as soon as I peek like a corner right behind them. It's like they have aimbot or something. It's crazy. Though I do think that skill should be rewarded, and I do definitely agree that snipers in every game should be one shot. In Widow's case, this is good. Like, yes, you can't one shot a hero, but you can get them damn low. That gives opportunity for the rest of the team to basically finish you off. Hey, yo. Now moving on to Hanzo. I think that the change with Hanzo is slightly unwarranted. It's a very controversial take, I know. When you compare Widowmaker and Hanzo as one shots, Hanzo technically requires more skill. Hanzo's not a hit scan. You have to predict where that arrow will go and make sure that it's on their head. Whereas with Widowmaker, she just scopes down an alleyway, and if your head is there while you're going down the alleyway, she just press left click, and at that instant, you are back in the lobby. Wait, this isn't Fortnite. Why did I say that? Not to say that there isn't some sort of prediction mind games with Widow. There definitely is. Maybe at the last second, a person turns left while you're going right, and vice versa. That can happen, definitely. But with Hanzo, it's much more crucial, and that skill and prediction is definitely more prominent with Hanzo. I want to see how bad the damage nerf is, because we don't really have statistics and numbers and whatever, so we don't exactly know how bad the damage nerf is. We just know that it can no longer one-shot 250 HP heroes. Overall, I would say good changes. The Widow, it's a good change. It really kind of puts Widow players in the fight, which makes it much easier to kill her. Oh wait, we actually do have some numbers here. The damage falloff will change from 70 to 100 meters to 40 to 60 meters, and the damage falloff scalar will also increase from 30 to 50% for Widowmaker. Hanzo's Sonic Arrow will now be more recognizable to enemies. Thank God, dude. This is a good change too. Sonic Arrow is really good. It's good in identifying where your enemies are, and it can definitely help you to catch your enemies off guard with a nice headshot around the corner. So it's great that that's more detectable. It's basically like having Widow's ult on all the time and just getting headshotted every time. So good changes. And another change, which is on the more interesting side of things, Cassidy's magnetic grenade will be getting a slight rework in Overwatch 2. It will deal less damage, apply slowing effects, and block movement abilities. The team believes there is room for more soft CC in the lineup, bringing it to the DPS role. Now, what do I think of this? I'm gonna tell you some. I think this is gonna be really overpowered. Now, obviously, W changed that it does less damage. His grenade does way too much damage still. So great that it does less damage. I wonder how bad the slowing effect is gonna be. And it's very interesting that it blocks all movement abilities too. I wonder for how long. This is similar to like a May thing, but it's much more punishing. Actually, I think this is gonna be overpowered because it's still magnetic and it blocks movement abilities as well. So if you get hit with it, you're just basically dead. Like imagine you as a Genji, you're going to a contest point, you get hit with the E, boom, you try and run away, but oh no, my movement abilities are blocked. I guess knowing times about these are very important because on top of, you know, being more slowed from the ability that's magnetic, you're also getting movement abilities that are blocked. I'm interested to see how it is, but I think it's going to be really overpowered. The fact that not only does it apply a slowing effect, but it can also block movement abilities as well. So you can't like run away for backup. You're just getting punished when you get on. Just to have it as a 6-second E, that's very interesting. Or however long the cooldown is for it. However, this is not a season 5 change, or at least I don't know. It's not really said. Okay, Alec Dawson actually dives more into the changes. He says for Lifeweaver, experimented with a passive that gave more healing for an ally missing health and added effects for standing on the platform. Felt best bringing up his stats across the board, giving him more space to work with in the future. If the pedal platform heals, that can actually be a positive change because using the pedal platform usually means that you're just a target. When somebody's on the pedal platform, you really stand out and there's not a lot of room to work with. So it's either you jump off or you just sit there and take the damage. So that's good. I wonder how much the healing is though, but we'll see. However, I overall think that these changes are good. Some are pretty interesting, some may seem overpowered, and some may seem like, they're alright, I guess. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. So if you have enjoyed this video, then please do leave a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you do want to, of course, I'm also going to check out my other videos or past streams or whatever the case may be, then please do subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated if you do want to, of course. We have all of these changes, but with my experience in Overwatch, we won't really know if a change is good, healthy, bad, the worst thing that's ever come out of this great green earth until we actually see it implemented in-game and used by the players. What do you think? And you know what it is, guys. Peace.